after Chuck Taylor lost his match, he's now going to be the butler of Miro for a month. What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's going to be a good storyline, a good twist to the best friends storyline that they have?
Well, yes. They called it. I think they said it on Dynamite. They called it the Butler, but it's really what they announced it on Twitter. They originally announced it as Young Boy. It's the same thing. I think it's going to be. It's a great way to use Chuck Taylor while
Trent's hurt.
Trent is hurt. Yeah, I think it's great. It'll continue moving along the storyline, and I really look forward to seeing where it's going to go. I think it's going to be very entertaining. What about you?
It's been very entertaining to watch. I love the work that Best Friends and Miro and Kip Sabian have been doing. Each week there's another twist to it. Like the week before, we saw them get attacked out in the parking lot, and Miro, we saw a more aggressive Miro, and I like seeing that. I want to see a more aggressive Miro. I want to see somebody that's like not afraid to just take it to his opponents.
I agree. I just don't like the game over that he does right before he does the accolade. I think it's very, very cheesy. Hopefully he cuts that out. But besides that, I think he's great as a singles wrestler, and I think he should continue getting pushed in that direction.
And the next thing we saw was the Inner Circle New Year's resolution segment. Inner Circle got into an argument about who's tagging with Jericho for the AEW World Tag Team Championships in 2021. A match has been decided which whoever wins will be the official tag team for the Inner Circle. What were your thoughts on that segment, and what did you enjoy the most about it?
I enjoyed the segment, but I do not enjoy how they have LAX / Proud and Powerful, who's very, very good, and they're not letting them show what they can do. They seem to be the tag team that's continually getting buried in AEW, and I don't mean buried by the general term, but I mean buried in the standing underneath other talent in the tag team division. When they should be at the top, they should be one of the main event tag teams. They are that caliber. They were that over when they came into AEW.
Yeah, they were over. They were long over in Impact before they came to AEW. And I totally agree with you. I believe LAX needs a better push. AEW management needs to give them more of a focus, more of a chance to build themselves up. And we're not seeing that. We're not seeing them compete often on Dynamite, and we need to see more of that.
And even when they do compete, it's like they always lose. It's really frustrating to watch. I would love to see them with the tag team titles. Honestly, I would love to see Inner Circle break up. And as much as I hate to say that, I love Inner Circle, but I would love to see Proud and Powerful join the family with Eddie Kingston.
I think that would be amazing to see. And
they were with him in Impact.
They definitely were. They had a whole storyline together in Impact. There was a lot that they did in their careers and with their time there. And now that they're in AEW and with the Inner Circle, I believe there's going to be tension within the Inner Circle. I believe there's going to be cracks. I think it's going to be MJF who causes all the tension and all the drama within the Inner Circle. And I feel like the way it's going to happen is he's going to stab Chris Jericho in the back, but it's going to be when we least expect it.
I don't think he's going to stab him in the back with something that's blatant and like turning on him. I think he's going to do something to try and win the match that's going to make him in the spotlight, and Jericho's not going to like it. That's how I see that unfolding. I don't think it's going to be something where he goes and attacks Jericho. I think it's going to be something small, something little, where you kind of look and you see Jericho's facial expression. He's not happy about it. Maybe MJF misses a tag or misses something or does he goes for a pin that Jericho wanted. I don't know, but I think they're going to do something very, very subtle, like AEW does a great job of doing, to hint at what's going to happen. And that's what I fully expect in the in this three-way tag team that they're doing.
And the next match we had was Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers versus Griff Garrison, Brian Pillman Jr., and Danny Limelight. At the beginning of the match, it seemed like the Young Bucks were going to come out and tag with Kenny Omega, and then they just messed. They just really got under their skin by not allowing them to come out and join. And you saw that the Invisible Hand, Mark, I forget his name. I'm blanking out now, but the Invisible Mark Callis. You saw that he was joking with Kenny about it, and the Young Bucks didn't take too kindly to it. And I love how they're building up some type of feud between the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what they're going to do there, because they have wrestled each other before many times in their careers, and it's going to be truly special when the Good Brothers get another match, another main event caliber match that everybody's going to be looking forward to seeing.
I honestly love what they did. They announced it as the Elite, and they teased it as the Elite the entire time. Then, when it got up there, Don Callis kind of like slowly backed off. Might not want to do it. No, the Elite theme song. I loved it because they're pushing Kenny as the top heel, not only AEW, in all of wrestling right now. And this did a great job of doing that. He kind of said, screw you to his long-time friends, Young Bucks, and went to who he's tagging with at Hard to Kill in the Good Brothers. I thought it did a great job of making him even more heel, making him get some heat. It was interesting. I didn't expect it. And I don't know if it was because they thought Nick was injured, because that was the rumor after the last show.
Yeah,
they taped the show
a couple weeks ago.
They think he might have broke his leg, but they weren't sure. I don't know if that played a factor into it. It could have. But they kept the whole storyline moving, and I'm going to give credit to Josh with this one, but he said that he didn't think that the Bullet Club reunion was going to last long, and it's been 1 week, and it's already kind of starting to have some cracks in it. So I'll give him the credit for that one. I was hoping it would go a long time, but no, I think they're doing a great job with the storyline and what they're doing with the reunion and that whole entire match. I thought that was great.
I agree. I cannot wait to see where it leads to. It'll turn out really good, and I'm really excited about it. And this match was fun to watch. Seeing Carl Anderson and Doc Gallows compete on AEW was amazing. I hope we get to see them in more matches on Dynamite. But what happened after the match was very interesting. We saw Jon Moxley attack Kenny Omega, and then the Lucha Bros joined in the brawl, and things broke down very quickly. And what were your thoughts on Moxley attacking Kenny Omega? And why do you think the Lucha Bros got involved? Do you think they're going to have an alliance with Jon Moxley, a short alliance?
No, I don't think they will. I think they're just going to try and push the Lucha Bros into the main event tag team picture again. I was really hoping the Young Bucks would come out and help Jon Moxley, and after being mad about getting kicked out of the match. That's what I was hoping. Because you saw, and I think this was the first time we really saw Tony Khan on TV. I'm not counting the Brody Lee tribute show. But I think this was the first time we really got to look at him, except for the 5-second time when Kenny Omega won the title and rushed out of the building. They showed him for like a second really quick. This was the first time he was really on screen. And I think that Tony Khan is someone who said he didn't want to be on TV. So I found that interesting. But yeah, I thought that they're clearly setting up Omega and Moxley at Revolution. I think this will have a lot more build to it than their last match. But yeah, I can't wait for it. I think it's going to be a great match. Given a full pay-per-view time slot for a match of 60 minutes, I think it'll be great. It'll be much better than the first two. What did you think about it?
I thought it was a great way to bring in another storyline for the for the Lucha Bros, and I think it's going to help them in the long run as a tag team. And I think that's what AEW is trying to focus on. They're trying to focus on building their tag teams in AEW, because right now we only have we have only a few tag teams like I'm trying to remember the TH2. We have them. We have SoCal and Sinister, and then a couple other teams I'm trying to remember. Then
The Acclaimed.
The Acclaimed. We have them. The Young Bucks. Top Flight. There's a lot of different names that they are trying to add to the tag team division, and I like what they're doing there. And I think it's going to help AEW grow exponentially and help them in the ratings against NXT.
I fully agree. AEW definitely has the best tag team division in my opinion. I don't really care about the ratings personally anymore because NXT, ever since they lost, they had Balor out for a while, they had Karrion Kross out for a while, they kind of just fell down in the ratings, and they're floating around the 600,000. So it's over for that. Hopefully NXT moves to a new night and they can...
Yeah, I'm hoping they move to Thursday or Friday night where they can just have their own... They don't even have to be attached or a battle against AEW. They could just focus on their own thing and not do not continue this ratings war. I believe it's better for both promotions to have their own night.
I fully agree because both shows are great. I think people watch both of them. Most of those people, they DVR the other. So both shows' ratings are going to go up, and I think it can only benefit both of them.
I definitely. And then the next match we had was Serena Deeb versus Ty Conti for the NWA Women's Championship match. Tay Conti, Ty Conti. She was unbelievable in that match against Serena Deeb. She showed great resilience in the match, finding amazing ways to counter back. I love seeing her continued attacks on Serena, and this was her best match that Ty Conti's had in a while. Even though she lost to Serena Deeb, it's definitely, you're definitely seeing a change in her in-ring grappling and what she's capable of doing, because she has a jiu-jitsu background. She has a lot of martial arts background, and I definitely believe it's helping her out in the long run in her career. And it was definitely a good matchup, and hopefully we'll see Ty get another championship opportunity down the road. But I don't think it's going to be in the next couple weeks. I think it's going to happen within over time. I think there's going to be a build-up towards it. And the way I see it happening is they can go a route where they have her friend 99 Anna Jay turn on her and like go her own route, or they could just keep focusing on the NWA Women's Championship and continue that push towards a championship run.
Yeah, I think that they'll eventually get that way with Ty Conti. I do want to say I think that Serena Deeb was probably the best signing AEW had for the women's division. WWE, I think they would regret letting her go at this point because she has shown what she can do. And I don't think they ever used her in NXT. They used her on WWE a long time ago with Straight Edge Society, which, by the way, we had 2/3 of Straight Edge Society on AEW last night. Waiting for you, CM Punk.
Yeah, Straight Edge Society.
Then we can have the reunion.
Yeah.
But no, it was. She did a great job, and I really enjoyed watching her. I want to see her and Thunder Rosa and
Serena.
And if he wasn't, yes, I want to see them go have another match together. I didn't get to see the one for the NWA title, but I would like to see that match again on hopefully on a pay-per-view, so they can have time and no commercial breaks and actually be able to have a match flow, because I feel like matches on a weekly episodic show doesn't really flow very much. They have to take breaks for the commercials and they slow it down. But no, I think a match between them two again would be great. I enjoyed this one. Ty Conti really got to show what she can do, and it was fun.
It definitely was, and it's something that I think I'm gonna remember seeing that match for a while because it was phenomenal.